Hey guys, Stephen Talbot here with another MTG video. Today I want to talk to you guys about your return on investment. I know a lot of people like speculating, and so when you speculate you want to buy a bunch of the same card. And what you want to do in order to track how much you're making is mark down exactly what each card costs. Now, you can take a penny sleeve, go buy it for $1. Mark down, say, a binder, 100, one pack of penny sleeves, $1. So you know you're $1 in the hole when you start this. All right. Take the cards you bought and go find out what prices you got them at. Not what prices they're at now, the time you receive them. So what I like to do is I like to take pictures of my trades and keep the receipts from when I buy things, so I know exactly which ones are which, and I mark them down in a book. When you go to sell your cards that you're specking on, you go to sell them, mark what you sold them at. Then this formula that's on the screen here is return on investment. It's the gain from the investment minus the cost of the investment divided by the cost of the investment. So, let's just say, for instance, your gain from the investment was $10. You bought $10 worth, right? So you sold it for $10. Your cost was $5. So you want to subtract $5. That equals $5. Then you want to divide that by $5 equals 1. Your return on your investment is 100%. You got your money back, basically. The exact amount of money you put in plus the same amount. That's 100%. Let's look at another scenario. Say you sold that same card for $7.50. Minus the 5 you spent on it equals 2.5 divided by 5. That's a 50% return on investment. Okay? Say you did a bad spec, guys, and you sold the card for $4 minus $5 equals, you lost $1 divided by the 5 you took. That is a negative 20% return on your investment. Okay? By keeping this number, by keeping an average running number of this, you can actually calculate how good you're doing. You should know how much, you should be able to look, if someone asked you tomorrow, how much did you make? You should be able to look at what your return on your investment is and what you've made in the past and what your collective is and what each speculation or trade you made has. Now, if you're trading even, you got to think of the current value, right? And then the value that you're getting rid of it at now. So you have the current value that you traded at maybe 3 weeks ago, and what's the value now? So you can make profitable trades, guys, by knowing how the meta is going to move and all this stuff. And it does take a long time to understand a lot of this stuff. A lot of what happens in Magic is out of the blue. All of a sudden somebody comes up with a new deck and there's one card in it and people go nuts with this card. If you're not one of the first people into one of those cards, stay away from it. A lot of people I know get all excited about this card and say, oh, I want one, or I want to play set, and they go buy them. Well, this 50-cent card is now $6, because that's it happened day one of a Star City. The deck did very well. Well, you're already too late. You've missed the bus. The opportunity is past. Keeping your emotions out of your investments will make you have much better investments. And keeping, a running number of what it is, your return on investment and what your profitability is, will keep you guys kind of on track as to what you're doing. If you, have 3 profitable and 1 non-profitable, you can still see how much you're working with, how much money you've made. And you know how much money you can reinvest. If you took, $500 of investments and you made $700, guys, you're doing really well. That's good. So you want to know these numbers. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I just started doing this, but I want to let you guys know that this is what I think is a very good way to track your number. Now, what you can do here, guys, if you want to go to investopedia.com and go to terms, you can find and read this entire paragraph on how they do it. It's a very simple explanation. If you want to start getting into tracking and stuff like that, you can add variable expenses and it's basic managerial accounting. If you guys don't understand if you've never taken a course on managerial accounting, I understand. You can work with this because you have to take shipping into account. And guys, how do you take shipping into account? If you're buying or selling something, say you're buying 8 items, right? 8 items at $3. So that's $24. But the shipping, right, is say it's $2. So you add $2, you're at $26. Divided by 8. That's what you're actually getting the card for. Okay? So guys, when I look at buying something, I actually look at the people who have the most at a reasonable price, near mint preferably. And then I buy that, take account for the shipping, and divide that by the number of cards I'm getting, and that's what I know. And the same thing when you're selling. If you know the cards you got were $3.25, okay, and you sold 4 of them, right, times 4 at $7.25, or I added 4. Go back here. You're going to multiply by 4. That's $13, right? That you've sold it all for. Then you have to add in the shipping. And all you're going to do is take the number you sold the cards at, minus the shipping, divide by 4, and that's what you're selling at. So you're taking the number of cards, multiplied by the number of times you sold it at that price, subtract the shipping, add the shipping, so $3.25 multiplied by 4, add the $2 for shipping, divide by 4. No, I was right. Yeah, it's subtract. You gotta subtract the shipping off your profit. Subtract your shipping, and you will divide it by the number of times, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's what you're gaining. It is the gain from the investment minus the cost of the investment. So you got to count into the shipping when you're buying and the shipping when you're selling. All right, guys. I know I got a little off on a tangent there and couldn't figure out my own numbers, but like, subscribe down below. Let me know what you think, guys. The reason we make these videos is so we can have your input also. I mean, even if you're new to speccing and you want to, me to get better at speccing, put in what you do. Let me know what you want to learn about, and I'll do my best to help you guys. More on how to ship and protect your cards and store them coming soon. Till next time, guys. Stephen Talbot out.